Welcome back to another edition of Health Hack. I am Melissa Deely, and I am launching a series talking about diabetes because I was recently invited to be on a panel and talk about diabetes. And I realized I'd never actually talked about it here. And it's something that I want to address because you can see from what I'm sharing on my screen the increase in the number of instances of type 2 diabetes in the last 150 years. And I also know that there are many, many people who are pre-diabetic or even have type 2 diabetes, but because they haven't gone to the doctor to have their blood work done, they haven't realized it yet. And it is really important to get your blood work done so that you know what your numbers are, because then you can be making better choices in your health in terms of coming back from this, because this is a lifestyle disease. It doesn't have to be something that you have to suffer with for your entire life. And type 2 diabetes can lead into many other diseases of the body as well. And to avoid that, you want to be learning as much as you can about it and stepping into taking action in order to change the aspects of your lifestyle that have triggered this so that you can undo it. And you absolutely can undo it. It may take the support of a few practitioners to help you get there, but you can absolutely do it. So first of all, what is type 2 diabetes? Well, as you probably know, we all have sugar in our blood. Our body needs some level of glucose in order for us to have the energy to function both physically and mentally, but that level can get too high. So a normal blood sugar level is at around 83, and the range that is used is anywhere from 76 to 92. However, when that starts to get too high, when it gets up to over 120 to 125, then that is considered type 2 diabetes. And in between, it's considered being pre-diabetic. The other marker that you can use for assessing this is the hemoglobin A1C test, or for short H1A1C, which is testing receptor sites on hemoglobin and the percentage of how many of those are bound to sugar or sugar-coated or caramelized, as we like to say. So a normal level is under 5.5%. When we start going over 5.7%, then we're getting into blood sugar dysregulation. And when we hit 6.5% or higher, that is considered type 2 diabetes. And this is measuring damage to the red blood cells, the blood vessel linings, as well as blood vessels in the eyes, to the brain, feet, hands, etc. So important information to have and to know about your body, because the more information you have, the more you can create change in your life. So some signs of elevated insulin are puffiness, inflammation, carb cravings after meals and or sugar cravings, as well as an afternoon energy lull. Now, just because you might have some of those signs doesn't mean that you have type 2 diabetes. However, if you're noticing that shift, that change, it's different for you, perhaps you want to go and get your blood work done just so that you can rule it out and or learn where you're at. And if you're on the path to type 2 diabetes, then you can choose to do something about that as well. So I hope this is helpful information for you. Please share it with anybody who needs to hear it, and keep coming back over the next few days and weeks as I continue to talk about this important topic of type 2 diabetes.